Dan Hooker, a name synonymous with heart, grit, and unforgettable wars inside the octagon. From jaw-dropping knockouts to epic battles against the UFC's best, this is the journey of a true lightweight warrior. Dan Hooker's UFC debut. A star is born. Dan Hooker made his UFC debut on June 28, 2014, against Ian Entwistle, a dangerous submission specialist. Coming into the fight, Hooker was relatively unknown on the global stage, but this bout would set the tone for his future as a fighter who never shied away from a challenge, successfully in the past. However, Hooker demonstrated a high fight IQ, staying calm under pressure and systematically defending against Entwistle's attempts. What stood out in this fight was Hooker's ability to adapt and impose his will. As Entwistle persisted with his grappling approach, Hooker found an opportunity to unleash a barrage of elbows from top position. The relentless ground and pound eventually forced the referee to step in during the first round, giving Hooker a TKO victory. It was an impressive performance that showcased not only his striking, the win marked Hooker's arrival in the UFC and offered a glimpse of his potential. Though he was relatively young and inexperienced compared to some of the division's veterans, Hooker demonstrated qualities that would become hallmarks of his career: toughness, adaptability, and a knack for finding a finish. This debut fight was the beginning of a journey that would see Hooker evolve into one of the most exciting fighters in the lightweight division, earning him fans around the world. The head kick that made history. On May 10, 2015, Dan Hooker faced Hatsu Hioki at UFC Fight Night 65, a fight that would forever be etched in MMA history. Hioki was a seasoned veteran, well known for his durability and defensive prowess, and had never been knocked out in his professional career. The first round saw Hioki utilizing his grappling skills to control the pace of the fight, but Hooker's defensive skills kept him out of significant danger. As the second round began, Hooker adjusted his approach, looking to capitalize on openings in Hioki's striking that sent Hioki crashing to the canvas. The knockout was both stunning and historic, making Hooker the first fighter to finish Hioki via strikes. This victory was a turning point in Hooker's career. It demonstrated his ability to end fights in dramatic fashion and his growth as a complete martial artist. The knockout also earned him widespread recognition, as fans and analysts alike began to take notice of his striking accuracy and composure under pressure. For Hooker, the fight was more than just a win. It was a statement that he belonged among the best in the UFC. Lightweight transformation. The Pearson knockout in Auckland. In 2017, Dan Hooker made a pivotal career decision to move up from featherweight to lightweight, a choice that would redefine his trajectory in the UFC. After experiencing difficulties with weight cuts and inconsistent performances, at 145 pounds, Hooker decided to compete at a weight class where he could better showcase his skills. His lightweight debut came against Ross Pearson on June 10, 2017, at UFC Fight Night 110 in Auckland, New Zealand. Fighting in front of his home crowd, Hooker looked like a new man. From the opening bell, he displayed improved speed, power, and composure. Pearson, a former TUF winner with a wealth of experience, tested Hooker with his aggressive striking style, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. In the second round, that moment arrived. As Pearson moved forward, Hooker unleashed a perfectly timed knee that landed flush on his opponent's chin, instantly ending the fight. The knockout set the Auckland crowd into a frenzy and earned Hooker a Performance of the Night bonus. This victory was monumental for Hooker. It not only marked a successful transition to the lightweight division, but also solidified his reputation as a dangerous finisher. The fight showcased his ability to adapt to a new weight class while maintaining his striking precision. From that point forward, Hooker would go on to face some of the toughest competitors in the division, building his legacy as one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC. The guillotine that stunned Mark Diakise. In December 2017, Dan Hooker faced Mark Diakise at UFC 219, a matchup that pitted Hooker's calculated approach against Diakise's flashy and unpredictable striking. Diakise, known for his explosive athleticism and unorthodox techniques, came into the fight as a favorite. However, Hooker's game plan and versatility would ultimately shine through in one of the most pivotal fights of his career. From the start, Daikis attempted to overwhelm Hooker with his striking, using dynamic kicks and punches to control the range. Hooker, unfazed, maintained a calm demeanor and carefully picked his shots, showing his ability to stay composed under pressure. As the fight progressed, it became clear that Hooker's strategy was to exploit any mistakes Daikis made. In the second round, Hooker saw his opportunity. After a scramble, he locked in a tight guillotine choke, a move that Daikis was unable to escape. The submission forced Daikis to tap, giving Hooker the win and his second performance of the night bonus. This victory was significant because it highlighted Hooker's ability to finish fights not just with his striking, but also with his grappling. The win over Daikis was a defining moment in Hooker's lightweight journey, proving that he was not only a dangerous striker but also a well-rounded mixed martial artist. It showcased his fight IQ and ability to adapt to different styles, solidifying his status as a rising contender in one of the UFC's most competitive divisions. A star rises, dominating Gilbert Burns. On to make a statement. From the opening bell, Hooker established control with his crisp striking and distance management. The war with Edson Barboza. On December 21, 2018, Dan Hooker faced Edson Barboza at UFC on Fox 31 in what would become one of the most grueling battles of his career. Barboza, known for his lethal kicks and striking prowess, was a seasoned veteran in the lightweight division. Hooker, on the other hand, was riding a wave of momentum and was eager to prove himself against one of the division's most dangerous strikers. The fight lived up to the hype, delivering a brutal display of skill, heart, and determination. From the outset, Barboza targeted Hooker's body and legs with his signature kicks, landing thudding shots that echoed throughout the arena. Hooker, true to his reputation, refused to back down. He pressed forward relentlessly, absorbing Barboza's strikes while landing his own punches and knees. As the fight wore on, it became evident that Barboza's precision and power were taking a toll on Hooker. Despite the mounting damage, Hooker showcased incredible heart and toughness, refusing to quit even as his body showed signs of wear. The fight was eventually stopped in the third round when Barboza landed a series of unanswered strikes, prompting the referee to step in. While Hooker didn't get the win, his performance earned him immense respect from fans and fighters alike. The fight demonstrated his warrior spirit and willingness to go to war against the best in the division. It was a testament to his toughness and solidified his reputation as one of the most entertaining fighters in the UFC. The 5-round epic against Paul Felder. Hooker utilized his reach advantage, landing sharp jabs and low kicks to keep Felder at a distance. Felder, known for his resilience and power, responded with brutal counterstrikes and forward pressure. Despite Felder's resistance, Hooker's relentless pace and well-rounded approach began to edge him ahead on the scorecards. By the end of the 5th round, both fighters were battered and bloodied, having left fights of 2020. This fight showcased Hooker's heart, skill, and ability to deliver in high-stakes moments. Battling Dustin Poirier, a fight for the ages. On June 27, 2020, Dan Hooker faced Dustin Poirier in the main event of UFC on ESPN 12, a fight that would go down as one of the greatest lightweight battles in UFC history. Poirier, a former interim champion, was one of the toughest tests of Hooker's career. However, Hooker's willingness to face top-tier competition and his never-back-down attitude set the stage for an unforgettable war. The fight began at a blistering pace, with both fighters exchanging powerful strikes. Hooker utilized his reach advantage, landing crisp combinations and devastating knees in the clinch. Poirier, known for his durability in boxing, absorbed the damage and responded with sharp counters. The second round saw Hooker nearly finish Poirier with a barrage of strikes, leaving fans on the edge of their seats. As the fight entered the later rounds, Poirier's experience and cardio began to shine. He landed clean shots and threatened with submissions, but Hooker's heart and grit kept him in the fight. Both fighters displayed incredible toughness, absorbing an astonishing amount of damage while continuing to push forward. After 5 grueling rounds, Poirier was awarded the unanimous decision, but Hooker's performance earned him widespread praise. The fight was an instant classic, highlighting Hooker's ability to compete with the elite of the division. Despite the loss, Hooker's stock rose, and the fight remains a testament to his warrior spirit and determination to leave it all in the octagon. Dan Hooker's career is a testament to resilience, heart, and the spirit of a true fighter. Win or lose, he always leaves it all in the octagon, earning the respect of fans and fighters alike. If you enjoyed this dive into his legendary battles, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite Dan Hooker moment in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.